Welcome back to Adobe InDesign CC. In this tutorial we're going to explore how to text wrap around images here. So I've zoomed in here quite a bit and I wanted to show you that this is lorem ipsum zombie text. Lorem ipsum text is basically just filler nonsense text, and you can find online different kinds of lorem ipsum generators. They'll spit out basically paragraphs of text. This one is particular a zombie one. So it comes from this one here called zombieipsilon.com, and basically you choose how many paragraphs, and they have a couple different options here, and basically you can add and just basically copy the text and paste over. But if you type in lorem ipsum, bacon is the one that's very popular, or lorem ipsum generators, you can find some interesting ones to try out. But anyways, let's go back to InDesign here. And let's talk about how to wrap text around images. So I have a couple of images here. Let me hold the Alt or Option to zoom out just a little bit here. And in terms of layers, by the way, let me open the layers here. You'll see the text here is on this layer, and these graphics are on the layer above. So that's the way I have them set up. So you don't really have to pay attention to layers necessarily for the text wrap to work, except that you want to be able to select the image. So if the text is in front of it, you won't be able to select it. So let's go to Windows and go down to text wrap to open up this feature. And this little window pops up, and by default this is set to none, which is the first icon here. So I have this image selected and I've clicked on this. If I click on the next one, it says wrap around bounding box. And you can see there it does a pretty good job. It's the bounding box on the outside here. Now it is linked, and you can actually adjust this. So if you need a little bit more spacing, you can add a little bit more spacing or a little bit less. You can unlink and adjust certain ones. So like I'm thinking the right side here is kind of, I could go a little bit even less to about there, and then unlink, and the one I would want to modify is on the right hand side, this one here. So I would want to increase that and basically bring it up even more, which is this one. I was clicking on the wrong one. That's right, it's inverted the way you think. So let's click on these to bring them back to where they were, and then unlink, and it's this guy here that we want to increase, give a little bit of buffer on that image there. Let's click on the next image here and do the same thing. Click on this guy and you see that now we have some room there. The top is a little bit sparse, so again I can unlink that, and then if I adjust these guys here, right now it's linked. I forgot to unlink it, but if I like it there, I can unlink it and then just adjust that top one a little bit to give a little more spacing there. These other ones we're going to cover here in a sec. If I click on the next image here, if I try this one, you'll see it leaves these big open area because this is as an built-in alpha channel, which isn't being detected, but it is. So I would use this one, wraparound shape. The other two I just want to show you, these aren't very useful necessarily, but jump to object will basically, break it all the way down. And then this one literally jumps to, what does it say here? The next column, which again, really don't want to do either of those. So I want it to wrap around here. You can invert, which is very weird too. So anyways, and right now you can see it's kind of strange the way the text is wrapping around. You can choose which type of bounding it'll do. Typically this is set to graphic frame or same as clipping. Same as clipping isn't bad, but if I did want it to go inside, I could choose detect edges, and it would be like that. Then you can decide how to wrap. So if you want it to be left side only, it'll wrap in the left there. So you can kind of play around with these and see which one's the best. You can choose largest area, and you can see how it kind of just goes around the left side there, pretty well. You could choose the right side, which would be very strange. It really changes, and then both right and left there. But this allows you to basically, you'd have to read through the image. So I don't know how great that would be. You could try each of these options and kind of see which one looks the best. I kind of feel like the largest area works pretty well, but I would probably move the object over a little bit, and I know that would adjust the text, the way it would move around. Now it looks like what I accidentally did was I clicked There we go. What I want to do is click on the frame, not the actual interior image. So something like that actually looks pretty good, where the text is kind of wrapping around a little bit. It goes in and out a tiny bit along there and looks all right. So yeah, pretty happy with this kind of layout here. But you can have lots of fun exploring how to wrap images or wrap text around images in Adobe InDesign. Again, the main menu is under Window, the text wrap generator here. So have fun exploring. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Until next time, see you soon in Adobe InDesign CC. Cheers!